Looking into Islamophobia by Alexa Townsley. Prejudice in the world is not an uncommon thing, as all people have their own views of the so-called right and wrong. Cultural prejudice permeates social media as it allows for hateful content to be spread worldwide. Islamophobia will be discussed throughout this presentation as it continues to trend in social media. The Council on American Islamic Relations, or CAIR, is the largest Muslim civil liberties and advocacy organization. Its mission is to enhance individuals' knowledge of Islam. CAIR defines Islamophobia as close-minded prejudice against or hatred of Islam and Muslims. An Islamophobe is an individual who holds a close-minded view of Islam and promotes prejudice against or hatred of Muslims. There are three types of Islamophobes: the inner core, the outer core, and the of concern group. Islamophobia has been a movement since the early days, but has only become more prominent after the 9/11 attacks. Instead of making our own judgments from things we hear on the internet and TV, we should educate ourselves about the Muslim religion and Islam to better understand their role in society. Social media contributes to the issue because it rapidly spreads information and amplifies situations with no filter. Therefore, not all the information is factual. Boyd, in her text, explains how social media magnifies many aspects of daily life, including racism and bigotry. Islamophobic topics are trending on social media platforms such as Facebook, Tumblr, and Twitter. These sites allow for easy promotion and ridicule of different ideas since they are public and easily accessible. In 2013, an image was posted on Tumblr that said, "Islamophobia is just logic at this point." This advocates anti-Muslim beliefs and even allows people to like, share, and post comments supporting these thoughts. In August 2013, there was a conversation on Twitter between Jake Lawton, a famous football player, and Stephen Fry, a famous comedian, actor, and writer, where they discussed Richard Dawkins' comments towards Islamophobia. Fry said, "Superb, yes, Dawkins does take on Islam just as much as other religions. He's brave and honorable." Lawton replied, "He's described Islam as the greatest force of evil today. He clearly targets Islam in particular." Fry then says, "Wonder why? Oh, have a look around the world and see them slaughtering each other, let alone others too. So charming to women." Fry clearly shows support for anti-Islamic ways through this Twitter conversation as he harshly comments about Islam and Muslim religion in a stereotypical way. He ends the conversation pretty nasty, but what stuck out the most is how he refers to Muslims as them. He doesn't even say their name, which is disrespectful to the religion. Between January 2013 and April 2014, remarks like Muslim pigs, Musrats, Muslim scum, and Pislam could be found throughout Twitter and other social media platforms. In May 2014, there was a murder of a British soldier, Lee Rigby, by two Muslim men. This caused an uproar of nasty tweets about Islam and Muslims on Twitter. Over 75% of the tweets showed strong negative feelings towards Islam, justifying the abuse by blaming all Muslims for the killing of Lee Rigby. In July 2014, there was an article published discussing some of the hateful, rude hashtags trending on social media on September 11, 2013. These included statements like hashtag #FMuslims, hashtag Let's Start Race War, and hashtag Pakis. All Muslims are being grouped in one category as being a hazard to the U.S., which is a very unfair judgment. Certain things that were never intended to present Islamophobic ideas were even altered with their meaning by those who felt a specific way about it. For example, American Sniper's release in 2014 caused a ton of backlash. The plot caused controversy as if it was from an American soldier's point of view whose duties were to protect U.S. men, making Muslims seem like they were on the quote-unquote bad side. The movie was based off of a true story that people seem to have looked at a different way. An article released in January 2015 presented a few tweets about the American Sniper, such as one by an anonymous user that said, "Nice to see a movie where the Arabs are portrayed for who they really are, vermin, scum, in town destroying us." Islamophobia only continues as people make assumptions and refrain away from trying to understand anything about Muslims. After the terroristic attacks in Paris in 2015, there was an article written in November 2015 by Charles Blow, a New York Times columnist, that was titled, "Anti-Muslim is Anti-American," which then again caused another Twitter debate. The article had ignited multiple tweets, like one that said, "Excuse me, the loud suicide vest explosions and screaming prevented me from hearing. You were saying?" Another person even said, "If anti-Muslim is anti-American, is the 9/11 supposed to be patriotic?" Assuming all Muslims are terrorists is a harsh stereotype, as many people from Islam do not have those types of intentions. Instead of judging a book by its cover, we should further enhance our knowledge of the subject. In Boyd's text, she advises that, in order to address emerging inequalities, we must consider the uneven aspects of the social platforms upon which we are building. Americans would benefit from learning more about the actual Muslim religion and practices rather than judging from social media. The end.